then I have to go
over,
down,
yep, and twist.
get out of the way.
Then,
oh my God.
I know.
What the is that?
You know, Tyranth, we have reviewed a lot of stupid weapons over the lifetime of this channel, but the one that we're reviewing today might just take the cake.
You mean a crown?
Yes, because out of all the dumb weapons, I'm talking about really dumb weapons, even the double-ended flail thing from Batwoman, right?
Right, yep.
Like, that was still meant to be a weapon.
Sure.
This is a hat. A spiky hat.
Yes. As a weapon, this is stupid. I agree with you. But at the same time...
Really dumb.
At the same time, I do understand that there's 3 points here that if I was to hit you with it, it would hurt.
It would hurt.
So there's some fair play here.
All right. Well, that's the thing, because we want to see if there is any validity to this stupid thing.
Now, this one isn't 100% accurate. This is just a whole bunch of steel welded together.
It needs to be solid, and you've done a good job making that solid, because it is used in swordplay, and it needs to be able to hold together against some leverage and stuff. And in case people are not aware, we are testing out the spiky crown from Rings of Power. More specifically, they call it Morgoth's crown. Morgoth was like a giant, and on his defeat, his crown was turned into his collar, but they just appropriated it, and they reforged it to be this thing. But here's the thing about this. It's I don't know. Look, I don't like Rings of Power. I haven't made any...
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh, whoa. I had no idea.
Shocking, right? I've never made I've never hidden that fact. In fact, I reviewed every episode on Night's Watch, and I have a more concise overview review of the season, and I've even reviewed the battle scene episode here on Shadowversity, okay? And all of it was bad.
Yeah, I didn't watch it because I have literally
negative
interest.
You value your sanity. Then there is this, okay? Now, this, depressingly, serves a very crucial part in the plot.
You showed it to me. The scene, the stuff that we're going to be testing today, you showed it to me, and I already feel like I've lost IQ points. Anyway.
There's more. There's more.
I don't want to know.
This was how Sauron was first defeated.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, but the only reason the orcs were able to get him is because it's basically a Morgul dagger. Is that how you say it? Morgul? And they kind of hinting that's where the concept idea comes from. So just think about this, right? Morgoth, okay, big bad Morgoth.
Yep.
He decides that I need a weapon that can defeat angelic beings.
Yep.
Okay, because that's effectively what its use is. It can defeat Sauron as an angelic being. It's got this evil poison embedded into it. And so big brain Morgoth decides, you know, the best kind of weapon to make for a really like devastating crucial weapon? A hat. And I'm just expecting that is this safe to put on?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
It's actually not a bad fit. Holy crap. How did you manage that?
I don't know, man.
That fits really well.
It's weird. This is the second crown I've made in like 2 months. I've never made a crown in my life, but all of a sudden in the span of 2 months now I'm making crown. Anyway.
There are some spiky, scratchy parts, but okay, so his logic must be, I know, I'll make a hat, and I guess he just was going to kind of like headbutt.
No. I have seen the scene where they use it to off Sauron.
Yes.
There's so much wrong with that sentence.
There's so much wrong.
But at least with that, I can kind of understand. It's like you're holding this big spiky thing. You can just drive it straight down, sure, whatever. But then you showed me the other scenes, what we're going to be testing, which is when he uses it to fight.
He
as
uses
kind
it
of like a
parrying sidearm.
Yeah, which, I mean...
So dumb.
I mean, if you've got it...
Sure.
Maybe.
Like real Morgoth, if you're going to make like something that can kill angelic beings, make an offhand weapon. Okay, make a parrying dagger or a small sword or even just a sword, right?
The biggest issue that I have is the leverage you have with this.
Yes.
When you hit this, I cannot hold this like this. This is going to bend straight out of my hands. I don't care how strong you are. There's no leverage.
Yes, and that's the very thing we're going to test, because in Rings of Power, in the final episode, Sauron, it's on a rock because the bad guy Adar brought it with him because he was going to try and use it against Sauron. He gets off in one of the most dumb, everything in this show is dumb, okay? And then he picks it up and Galadriel attacks him and he uses it as an offhand parrying device. We are actually going to test, if any of this is even possible with this thing, okay? There are 3 moves specifically that they try to use this and they're trying to present it as like this clever, effective thing, and I'm dubious that any of this is going to work.
They were all kind of convoluted nonsense.
Yeah, but we're going to put it to the test. Let's find out to see how stupid this thing really is. So I know out of the both of us, you are the evil one, but I think for this I need to hold the crown because I've seen it and I can kind of remember what he tries to do. Sure. Did you notice that he didn't object or challenge me at all about that claim? Because he knows it's true.
Okay.
Look how he's avoiding it.
I don't care. All right, so the first hit sequence is when he basically catches it and then he does a little spin.
He catches it and does a twist.
Yeah. Full disclosure, I didn't know we were doing this with this crown. I thought we were just going to do the stabbing, you know how he stabs it down, because that's all that we had seen up until that point. So I don't know if it's going to hold up.
We'll find out.
How hard?
Not hard. Just ease it in, and then he gets, and then he goes like that. All right. So, man, I need to wrench my hand, right?
And even then, I don't know, to put the amount of torque on a blade to actually capture my blade.
Right, that's why I was looking at this very dubiously, because steel is smooth, okay?
Well, not only that, it has flex.
Flex, yeah.
But then if we say the one in the show is magic and it has no flex, then it should be kind of worse.
Yep.
Flex on a sword is a good thing.
Right, and, I mean, steel doesn't grip that well against steel. They slide, all right? And so, all right, let's try and put it in find an angle that puts the most kind of leverage, torque. You reckon that one? Yeah. There? All right, so if he grabs it there, twists it like that.
So you have it, but at the same time, no?
So if it's that easy to get it out of, follow up with a strike. Don't hit me, of course, but follow up with a strike, right? Where I'm like, got it. Do you want to try? Galadriel comes in for the strike, and then, no, he twists it upways. But you're not going to... All right, we're looking... Right, so you're trying your best to hold this in?
Yep. Biomechanics are not with me here. Mm-hmm. First off, if it has to go in this way, that means I have to torque upwards, which is... Talking downwards, a lot easier. Yeah. So first off, torquing the wrong way. Here, put it in.
Which way would help your torque?
Down, because at least I can get the blade out of your way.
Let's get between these two. So try and torque that.
So... down, because then I can pull your blade and maybe do something.
But all right, so this is the speed. Try and hold it in.
Yeah, no, I got nothing.
And then straight up follow-up strike.
Dumb. Stupid.
All right, so the first one, confirmed.
Stupid.
Nonsense. Now we get to the second movement.
All right, which one's the second one?
So this is the positioning. I think it's a bit lower, right? And he brings it down over Galadriel's sword, threading it through. Yeah. And then he spins it, both swords around.
Got your leg there.
And then like that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then puts his sword to Galadriel. So, wow, that is a wrench. All right, so again, he's like,
Got your leg.
Got your leg. Got my leg. Something like that.
Okay.
But his sword was actually here, going through to Galadriel, and he was kind of trying to trap it there.
So, first issue, my sword's at your neck. So
Yeah, I don't know how well that's working.
you're putting all your torque on it.
All right, go.
That is the most convoluted, stupid ass stuff. What is that?
I know, right?
What is that?
Now, the thing is though, I think it's impossible to get in that position
Yeah.
from the beginning. Let's test that out. So he goes down, over. We're going down.
problem
Already, the torque.
I'm at your legs
And
here.
you're pushing.
I can just push in and
Yeah,
take your legs.
but let's pretend her sword is really like short. It's on the end. Then he swings it around, right, and gets it like there. But you need to lift. Look, all you have to do is lower your arms, and you're out of the torque. Like go back in, right? You need to lift your hands for me to get the torque on it, right? To get in that position, all you need to do is lower it. And there's nothing holding it there.
Well, the problem is, this destroys my suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
Because even for an elf, even for Sauron, at that point, throughout that entire sequence, first off, my blade is at your legs.
You can hit my leg.
Your blade is at my legs. We come around. I'm at your face.
Yeah, her blade
You're
is
at my face.
her blade is literally resting on his shoulder in that scene.
Yep. And then the final shot, like you said, it's resting right at his neck, and his blade's right. Like at every single point of this, both of them could kill one another.
You're right, but let's get in that position and see if you could strike me at the neck from that position. And so we're there. I come down, then he twists it around. Oh, look, like it's so hard to avoid
Legs,
the thing.
both
We're
legs.
coming back around here to get here, but wait. I'm pushing your sword up with mine, and we're like, gosh, like that. Now, can you hit my neck?
Yes.
Like, look, you can
Yes.
like, go back and show the range of motion you can really push.
Like I can push out.
Yeah.
I can also push in.
Actually, push my arm around, because I got no leverage here. I can't.
Right. I have the strong, 100%.
Yeah. There's no way for me to hold on to that.
The blade connection point is around here, where I am at the strongest. You're all like this, all bound up. You're not going to be able to do it.
I want you to give it a go.
Sideways with block. Then I have to go
Over.
down.
Yep. And twist.
Get out of the way.
Then.
Oh my god.
I know.
What is that?
That's it though. Like I was holding it like that. You don't realize how awkward that is.
No, that's not.
Do it again. Because that is the worst positioning.
Because doing this, sure, you can do that part.
Right.
But the moment I have to control your blade, come around.
And then
Now look at where my hand is. I have to
go like that.
I can't even do that.
Yeah, and that's the position.
And it's up near the neck.
Yep, and you got no leverage.
I've got no leverage. That's the best I can do to keep your blade.
And watch, ready? Watch, I can just push Tyranth anywhere. And I can slip it out at any time.
So the biggest problem is I'm resting my blade on my palm, like here, where you can just exert all the pressure you want.
That might be one of the dumbest sword locks I have ever seen presented as this clever trap.
Yeah, that is the dumbest. At every single point, both of them are in danger.
Yeah.
And then the final move where you're holding it, trash. Especially for Sauron.
Yeah.
I mean, Galadriel, that's the winning move for her.
Yeah, she could have easily taken him out of that.
It is better than nothing. If I had nothing in my other hand, maybe. But there's no point during this where you can control my sword with that.
I think the dumbest thing begins with him putting it over the top of the sword. So in that position, right? Like from here, maybe you could do something with this. If I wanted to get onto the strong, leverage it out, and then do something with this, maybe, right? But, because if like this, but to do this, no, like that's just, it's doing nothing, right?
Using the crown as the leverage point is stupid.
But if
Use
I
your blade
push
for
it
that.
down, maybe, but then we get to how much damage this could do. So first, let's test leverage, because the final position is Sauron has it in this hand, all right, and he is pushed forward, and Galadriel blocks it.
All right.
But 2 hands on hers. And then he pushes it into her and stabs her. He overpowers her. Now, let's see who has the advantage here, because I don't think I might have this.
No, you don't.
Like, are we in shot?
Do you actually think you do?
Let's try. So he's got it like that, right? Ready?
keep in mind that's
That is-
stubborn steel. I'm keeping it static though.
Yeah.
So the moment you put leverage on that, I am going to.
Well, thank you for pointing that out.
Nobody's going to go.
Oh, yeah.
Just yeah.
Glad you, because, all right, I might have some, I guess, forward and back leverage, but my, what is it, lateral, horizontal leverage? Nothing. So holding it here, you can push me in any direction, like go side to side. I can't.
Oh yeah, like
I can't.
I've got your
stop like
hands
that.
right there now.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I can leverage my sword in between those bits onto your hands.
All right. So as a parrying device, this thing is trash.
Yes.
You don't have any leverage on it, like especially the way that you need to grip it, right?
As a secondary weapon, though, I don't think but that's not a compliment.
No.
It's just sharp
Just
steel.
use a knife.
Yeah, like you would be literally better off just ripping off one of the things
Yes.
and using it.
Yes,
as
because
a-
that's the next thing and the last thing I want to test. If this can actually be stabbed with the way you need to hold it, because you have to hold it on one of these ends, and I have a feeling you're just going to be running into this kind of action, right?
We're going to do that on Boromir, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think the best way to try and use this as a weapon is to situate your hand behind the main thing that's going to drive the force in, but at no point does anyone use it like that.
Sure. Something I mentioned, these are all sharpened, the points of these are actually sharpened.
Yeah, they're
They are
dangerous.
not blunt, so
right.
this is the best chance you're going to get.
First, the way Sauron does it. And he Galadriel's sword is there, and he just leverages it and stabs it in. All right? So,
I don't want to pick up Boromir.
Ready? And he only has like this much distance. Goes in.
It went in.
went
It is
in.
super sharp though, remember?
It is super sharp. All right, now I'm gonna swing it in, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, that would that would hurt someone.
Sharp.
Yeah.
Sharpness.
I mean, a sharp, spiky thing, right?
Exactly.
But seriously, if I was holding it like this,
Keep in mind though, something that I do want to mention, the actual movie prop, show prop, is very, very thick, blunt
you're
iron
right.
spikes.
Yeah. So it probably would even do worse than
It would
this.
do worse.
The thing is, though, right? The leverage point, if you hold it like this, is an issue because I'm pushing it in and I'm losing so much force on wanting it to curve out. And so this makes it a horrible thing. It's spiky, it'll go in, but this is nothing compared to a good dagger. I try it there, you give it a go. Because like that, yeah, that'll go in, but it's such an awkward thing.
I mean, like, it's just sharp. I made it really sharp. Because that is awkward. I don't
You know,
like
you
that.
ran into a problem here. You're dispersing the force on 3 different spikes, which prevented any penetration then.
Yeah. I call it the Wolverine effect.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I hate it so much.
We've tested that with Wolverine's claws.
Yeah.
All right. This, yeah. You could stab someone with it. There's spikes, but it's still horrible.
Yeah.
Like so inefficient and dumb. What was the point in making a crown? And it seems like the purpose of the crown was to kill angelic beings because it's really good at it.
Yeah.
So why didn't you just make a dagger?
Sauron's crown or Morgoth's crown, whatever you want to call it.
Morgoth's pinky ring.
Like, we've run into this before. A lot of people think just because you can put leverage on a blade, you're going to trap the blade. It's like, trapping a blade is actually kind of difficult.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard enough with weapons that are made for it, like sword breakers, right? And with sword breakers, you can still slide them out pretty easily, and they're more optimally made for really thin blades. They don't work against blades with any level of girth on them, okay? Now, here is the thing, right? If this was just an edgy, spiky, evil-looking crown, no problem.
Sure.
Like, it wouldn't even be on my radar as anything. But they present it in the show as being intentionally designed as a weapon because that's how Sauron gets killed. They bring it with them to be able to defeat Sauron, and that's its function. And as a weapon, what do you think? Is this one of the dumbest ones we've ever seen?
See, this
It's
is
up there.
like I said before, I I would be okay with it if I literally had nothing else in my offhand. Using it as a weapon, if you're in your offhand, it's a sharp piece of metal.
Mate, you can block things with it, but you're not going to trap stuff.
But it's never a weapon I would intentionally... Like, if I'm going to the battlefield, I'm like, yep, grab my sword, grab my stuff, yep, grab my crown. Like, no, I would never do that.
I'm trying to think what, like...
Literally any dagger is better.
Yeah, any dagger would be better. Heck, even a girthy stick might be better in your offhand than this.
I don't really have an issue with it, like... I want to be careful how I phrase this. Them killing Sauron, I have issues with that just in a general sense. But in terms of the physicality of a sharp, pointy thing stabbing someone in the back.
Because the first time we see it is when I am going to crown you, and then I quickly...
Okay, the physicality of that, I can buy.
Okay, but he wasn't doing it because the crown happened to be spiky. He was doing it because it was actually made in such a way that it would kill and cripple Sauron if he was stabbed with it.
So now I have a problem with it.
See, told ya.
But in terms of using it as a parrying mechanic and trapping blades in it, yeah, that's stupid.
Because if he just stabbed Sauron with a crown that had no magical properties, they're presenting that it would have done nothing.
Right.
It was made for that purpose with the special magical effects when they reforged it from Morgoth's crown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You're not going to trap a blade. Trapping a blade's hard. It's hard to trap a blade.
So nothing about this really works in a combat sense. The show is just complete nonsense, on par with everything else in Rings of Power. Now, if you want to see what some of those bits of nonsense are, you can check out my battle scene autopsy where I review the Siege of Eregion.
Yeah.
Like, check it out, guys. Wow. Just wow.